He's not your son. He's not your husband. You should not be taking care of him. You're making it way too easy for him. Why should he wife you when you're giving him everything he needs without the ring? Honor your value and set those crucial boundaries, not as a way to make him commit, not as a way to control him, but as a way to respect yourself. And if he ain't the one, he ain't the one. Know your worth. Add tax. Hey ladies, welcome back to TRISH TV, where we dive deep into life, love, and everything in between. Today we're discussing a topic that now, more than ever, we need to understand. No more wifely duties without the ring. We're navigating that fine line between being a girlfriend and a wife. Understanding the differences, and most importantly, how to honor your own value in any relationship. Let me first say that all opinions stated are mine and are not law. However, feel free to take my advice based on my past experiences and lessons learned that I do not intend on repeating ever again. Let's get into it. All right, let's break it down. There's a thin but crucial line between being a girlfriend and being a wife. First off, both roles involve love, commitment, partnership. But it's the differences where things get interesting. Number one, emotional connection. Both roles involve a deep emotional connection with your partner built on love, trust, and understanding. Number two, commitment. Both roles typically entail a commitment in the relationship. Number three, shared experiences. Whether as a girlfriend or a wife, you share experiences, you create memories, and you go through ups and downs together. Number four, you support in both roles. You provide emotional and sometimes financial support to your partner depending on the circumstances. We'll get into that. Number five, effective communication is crucial in both relationships to resolve conflicts, express your feelings, and make decisions together. Now let's get into the differences. Okay, so from what I've observed and listened to married couples speak about, marriage is often, it comes with additional legal rights and obligations. And it's often seen as a more formal and long-term commitment, whereas being a girlfriend can be less formal, less committed status depending on the couple's arrangements. Now, y'all know we in 2023, and to state the obvious, marriage ain't what it used to be. The overall honor of marriage has changed, but there are some things that are still understood. Number one, legal status. Marriage is a legally binding contract with specific rights and responsibilities, while being a girlfriend typically doesn't have the same legal implications, which is why some prefer not to be married. Number two, the commitment level. Marriage is generally considered a more formal, long-term commitment, whereas a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship may be less formal and less committed. Yeah. And then you have the expectations. There are often different expectations associated with being a wife compared to being a girlfriend. Marriage is often seen as a more traditionally and socially accepted form of partnership. Y'all, I'll never forget, I was in a relationship where we had decided to live together before marriage. OMG, it was a mess. Not so much our relationship yet, but it was the outside people that were so invested in what we had going on and reminding us that we weren't married, as if we, two grown people, didn't know. So depending on how you grew up and morally speaking, marriage is very, very important before you make certain moves. Number four, your financial matters. In marriage, there can be shared financial responsibilities and benefits, including joint assets, tax benefits. Don't be that girlfriend that takes care of her man financially, not even a little bit. He's not your son. He's not your husband. You should not be taking care of him. You're making it way too easy for him. Why should he wife you when you're giving him everything he needs without the ring? Number 5, family and children. Marriage is often seen as a more stable environment for raising children. When you're married, your children may only see one man in the house versus when you're dating and they're exposed to all of your relationships. Now let's get real. Where do some women go wrong in this dynamic, and why does it matter? You've allowed him to get too comfortable. This is what we call the comfort zone. Without clear boundaries, a man can get comfortable with the girlfriend role, potentially leading to a lack of respect and effort to make the relationship move forward. When a man gets too comfortable in a relationship, several things can happen. Number 1, the lack of effort. He might start to put in less effort to impress you or keep the relationship exciting. Date nights and romantic gestures become less and less frequent. Think about it. All those things he did to get you, love bombed the heck out of you. Now he rarely does any of those things anymore, if at all, because you allowed him to get way too comfortable with you. 2, complacency. He might become more complacent about addressing issues in the relationship. Instead of working together to resolve problems, he might ignore them or assume everything is fine. Number 3, taking you for granted. When comfort sets in, he may start taking you and the relationship for granted. Your efforts and contributions may go unnoticed or unappreciated. Number 4, decreased communication. Communication can decline as well. He may assume that you'll always be there, so he doesn't feel the need to discuss important topics or emotions as openly with you. Number 5, emotional distance. He may not invest as much emotionally in the relationship, which can create a sense of disconnect. There is no worse feeling than being with someone and still feeling like you're by yourself. Number 6, slower progression. If you were hoping for a relationship to progress to a more serious stage like marriage, his comfort may stall that progression. He may resist making long-term commitments. Number 7, resisting change. Comfort often means resisting change. So if you want to introduce new elements into the relationship or address issues, he may be resistant, preferring to maintain the status. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's important to note that getting comfortable in a relationship is natural. It's a natural phase, but it shouldn't result in complacency or a lack of effort to maintain a healthy and growing partnership. Setting boundaries are key to ensuring that both of you continues to nurture the relationships and evolve together. Now, the timeline for when to transition from being a girlfriend to becoming a wife, that varies for each couple and depends on various factors, including your individual preferences, goals, and the nature of your relationship. When you're dating, make the intentions clear. So this isn't a one-size-fits-all answer, but there are some considerations. So learn to spot the signs that you might unintentionally be playing the wifey role without commitment. Number 1, one-sided effort. If you're the only one putting in effort to meet their needs while they don't reciprocate, red flag. Number 2, no future plans. They avoid discussing a future together or making long-term plans with you. Number 3, limited introductions. They keep you away from important aspects of their life, such as family and friends. Number 4, secretive behavior. You may notice their secrecy or unexplained disappearances in their actions. Number 5, lack of communication. There's a lack of open and honest communication about the status of your relationship. Number 6, no emotional support. They don't provide emotional support when you need it. Number 7, the absence of commitment. You haven't had the exclusive or commitment talk. It's been a significant amount of time. Number 8, inconsistent effort. They are inconsistent with their affection and attention. Number 9, no future planning. They avoid discussing a future together or making long-term plans with you. And number 10, ignoring your needs. They consistently dismiss or ignore your needs and desires. So all in all, you want to know how not to be wifey to a boyfriend. So you need to absorb everything I've said. Honor your value and set those crucial boundaries, not as a way to make him commit, not as a way to control him, but as a way to respect yourself. And if he ain't the one, he ain't the one. Know your worth, add tax. It all starts with understanding your worth and the value you bring to any relationship. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share your thoughts. I want to know how you feel. Have you been here before? Let us know. Let's empower each other and navigate the world of relationships with style, grace, and self-respect. Peace and love. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.